Welcome to the Woman in Power Conversation with the President. My name is June Beland, and I am the President, Founder, and CEO of the Women's Chamber of Commerce. We will talk about many members, presidents of committees, divisions, leaders, board of directors, corporate members, leaders, and young professionals. My guest today is Camilla Sjodin. Am I saying your name right or not?
Not.
Tell us your name.
Sjodin. Camilla Sjodin.
Sjodin. I never say Sjodin. You never said anything to me. And let me say, Camilla is the owner of Elite Photography Group, Las Vegas-based freelance photographer dedicated to perfection and customer satisfaction. Ooh, nice treat. In addition to her photography skills, she is known for her professionalism, dedication, attention to details, and as well as her excellent people skills. She is proud of her work and is passionate about photography. Her quote, "I am never too busy for a new client."
Right.
Yeah, so elaborate. Tell us a little bit about your expertise, how long you've been in business.
I've been in business since 2000. That's a long time. I started out as a wedding and portrait photographer, and I also worked with commercial and corporate photographers to get more experience and so forth, and gradually got more and more of my own clients, and officially opened my business in 2005. And from then on, I've gradually progressed into working more with corporations and business owners as opposed to private clients.
Now you do professional photos for business people, because you did a couple of specials with us for our board members and ladies that are in executive positions that always give you photos that we can't use in the publications.
The selfies.
Yes.
With the tree growing out of their head.
Yes.
Yes, so I do business portraits and business headshots. So I do portraits, but it's for a business purpose.
Right.
As opposed to, every now and then I do a family portrait, or an engagement portrait, or someone's portrait with their dog, but not very often. I would say that's 1% of what I do.
And you once in a while you have a special where you put it out there to our members, and it's a certain price, and we go to you and
for headshots. Yeah, I set up the studio.
I know I'm way behind on that now.
Yes, you are.
I need to go get a new one after surgery. Yes, I don't look the same.
Yeah, so I set aside 2 consecutive days for you guys or other organizations, and I discount the price for those 2 days for headshot, and you can also opt to add makeup services also at a discounted price on those days.
Now, we didn't have that last time. Do we let you know in advance if we want that done?
Yes.
Okay.
And I
need all
always,
the help I can get.
And you've used my makeup artist before.
Yes, I have.
She's great,
and the
isn't she?
pictures come out really good at that time. The last one I didn't have. No, didn't come out so good.
It does make a big difference.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and clients don't always realize it. They think it's me trying to make extra money by selling them makeup services, but I don't make any money off the makeup services. You know, I want my client to opt in for the makeup services because it will make my job a lot easier. And some clients say that, well, I don't wear much makeup. I don't want to look like glamour portrait. But that's not the reason to opt in for makeup services, because the makeup artist will ask you, what kind of makeup person are you? Natural, heavy, what are you looking for? And then she will do your makeup exactly like that. Right. So you will look like yourself on a really good day.
I like the way she said
5
that.
years ago.
I like the way you said that. Well, I definitely.
So she takes off 5 years, and then I in Photoshop take off another 5.
Well, it's like being on camera. You have to wear heavier makeup than because of all the lights.
Oops, I'm not wearing any.
Well, no, you happen to be out in the sun a lot, But if you're not out in the sun a lot and you're fair skinned, that's the person that you need more help with.
Yeah.
So that's I like the way you said that. She's all bubbly. Where'd you just come from? What country?
I was in the U.S. I was in Cleveland last week.
Okay.
Before that, I was in Chicago. But before that, I was in Guatemala.
I know you were. You went everywhere. I'm getting this list, and you've been so many places. It's amazing. You travel all over. Do your clients pay for that when you go to travel all over different countries?
Usually, I've gotten to where they pay me, but I always wanted to travel a lot.
Okay.
So I've convinced my clients to pay to have me come. Well, I didn't have to convince all my clients. Some clients hired me to come to their location or out of the country, but sometimes, like for example, this foundation that has projects in different countries for volunteers to go and do volunteer work. This was part of a different. This credit union organization was my client, and then this was kind of like an offspring. This volunteer trips they did, and I said to her that, well, do you ever bring a photographer? She's like, no, we really don't have the budget. And I'm like, well, just so you know, if you ever do have money, I'd love to go. And I said, even if you don't have money, I'd like to go, So they did. Actually, 2 or 3 years after we had that conversation, she called me and said, so are you still interested? I'm like, yes. So I got to go to Kenya with them to photograph their volunteer trip, and I did not get paid. They just paid for my expenses,
right?
But I didn't get paid. I did that twice, and I was perfectly fine with that. But now they're able to pay. So now I went to Ghana last year and Guatemala, like a month ago, and I actually got paid.
Wow, how cool.
Yeah. And, sometimes, you shouldn't, as a business professional, really offer your services for free.
Right.
But sometimes it's good because it could lead to something else.
Right.
That I would never have gotten here if I hadn't offered that for free.
Right. Oh, that's interesting. And the type of, let me see, agreements and published in magazines. You've been published in magazines as well?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I do. Sometimes magazines hire me to photograph a person that they're writing a story about.
Okay.
And I go and I photograph this person in, different settings so they have like a spread of photos, in the article. And sometimes it's event photos that get published in magazines like Cigar Aficionado and Wine Spectator. They've been my clients for, almost 15 years now.
Sometimes you're hesitant to say how many years.
Because I don't remember. Time goes by so fast.
Well, yeah, 18 years for the, 16 years, for the chamber. So, yeah, I didn't say, the time went fast, but it seemed like slow for me.
Yeah.
Because it was a long process, but
Right.
but it still went fast.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, where'd this year go?
I don't know. It's August.
I know. And but you've had extensive travels. You've actually gone to Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, New Zealand, Philippines, Great Britain, Mexico, Costa Rica, Brazil, China, Singapore, Greece, Italy, Turkey, Panama, France, and Spain. Holy cow.
There's probably a few additional since then.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Was Poland in there? Canada? I don't know. But
Canada wasn't. No.
that was a work trip, actually.
But that's that's a lot of traveling. Yeah.
Yeah, I love to travel.
So in your golden years, you're going to have a lot to talk about. You can do a book of all your travels. For
Yes,
goodness sakes.
if I remember them.
You're so fun.
I should keep a diary. That would probably be good.
So no, you have some more down here. Yeah, you have Kenya, Australia, Scotland, Poland's there, and Canada.
Yes.
There you go.
Because
paragraph.
those are work trips,
And these here?
just personal fun trips.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Well, I worked on a cruise ship for a few years.
Oh.
So I got to check off a lot
These
of
are
countries.
little tidbits we didn't know about you. We need to
guess
know
we don't
all
talk
this.
enough.
Yes. Well, we need to know a lot more of that, and then put it, because I want to do an actual write-up on you, a full-page write-up, because people are...
Only one page?
Give me time.
Okay.
But yeah, because we don't have all the information we need to, because you've done a lot, and you've gone a lot of places. It's very intriguing for people to hear from here on a local level all the things that you have done and the places you've gone, because that's credibility to your photography.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It's that's very impressive. So do you have anything to add? And you seem like you're kind of shy. You're not shy.
Well, I don't like to be in front of the camera, though.
No, because you're in back of the camera. I know.
Yes, that's where I
you
prefer
put us
to be.
in front of the camera.
Well, as long as I don't have to hold a microphone, because then we have a problem.
Then no, and what she does is she does all our shows. She's at most of all our shows, and she's the one that's always positioning us, and we're not positioned right. And if we have a hair out of line, she's going to make sure we put it in place. And if we have the wrong person, and a short person, tall person, she fixes that. Very thorough. I mean, everybody that ends up winning an award or anything with us is so impressed because you care
thank you.
about what you're doing.
I do. I do. I love my job.
Yeah.
If you can call it a job.
And that shows. It's a fun job. If it's going to be a job, it's a fun job. But you do really,
So
really
to
well
add
in
to the travel, next Wednesday, in about 2 weeks, I'm going to Peru, which has been on my bucket list for a long time. So I'm very excited. And this time I'm not going for work. I'm going with my client, the foundation, Havde Foundation. They have a volunteer trip going, and I'm going as a volunteer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Good.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
gonna
so
be fun.
cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool that you can actually go there and volunteer and not worry about having to have your camera in hand and
Yeah.
you've got to do something and you can't
gonna be
enjoy
weird.
what you're around.
It's going to be weird.
But it's gonna
because
be
I'm so
nice.
used to taking
Yeah.
pictures of
Oh, yeah.
them,
But it's going to be, when you get there though, it's going to feel okay.
Yeah.
It's going to feel
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. And then the volunteer part is only like for 4 days, and we're there a total of 14 days. So there's going to be a lot of other, tourist stuff and meet you. What's it called?
You'll be taking pictures.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I'm bringing my
love
cameras,
her
yeah.
expression. Don't you like her expression? I like her expression.
So we're going to travel around a lot, and, plane and car and bus and train. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Well, I'm so glad that we had you on the show today because this is interesting. I got to learn more about you, and you've been doing photos for us for years, and this is the first time. Well, we're also busy whenever we're at events. We don't have time to talk.
No, except we're talking about where we're going to stand for the
And June, don't be taking pictures of tables anymore. Her worst thing she hates is tables. She doesn't like to go to the tables because everybody's missing. Everybody wants to stand up behind the table and they're not there.
And they're not there, or they're eating, and they don't want to have their photo taken while they're eating, which I totally understand.
That part of your job is very hard because when you're at an event or you're at an awards like we have, it's very difficult to get everybody because they're all talking to everybody.
Yes,
and they're moving on tables, and you're saying, "Well, June, who's supposed to be on this table?"
Or they're in the bathroom, or You know.
I know, it's very interesting.
And then you want to take a quick picture, and they're like, "Oh, wait, have to put lipstick on," and and then 10 minutes later.
I know. But I want to thank you so much, and we love having you with the chamber.
Okay, so we didn't talk about what different types of photography I do.
Oh, what? Okay. Well, what? Yeah, but we did ask that.
We talked about headshots and traveling.
Oh, okay. What other head? I thought we did. Yeah.
I know I do so many different
Okay.
things within photography. Big part of what I do is trade shows, conventions, conferences, and that's a lot of the out of state work that I do. I can photograph a convention in Chicago or Cleveland or Miami or Australia but then I also do a lot of commercial and advertising photography, such as products in the studio or architectural work, interiors and exteriors. I also do quite a bit of work over at the Las Vegas market, where I photograph furniture.
On the
which
World
I'm
Trade
doing,
Center? World Market Center?
World Market Center, yeah. Which that's something I'm doing tomorrow morning. We're bringing a bunch of gear and lighting and backdrops, and we go to a client's showroom and we set up the big white backdrop and all the lights, and we photograph all the different furniture, and so that's a big part of what I do as well. And I do.
Do you still have yourself, or do you have a crew with you when you
I
go
do still
to do
have
that?
myself.
Okay.
But no,
Just yourself. Let me clarify that. Just yourself.
I don't have full-time employees.
Right.
But I have a team of photographers.
Okay.
So, because a lot of times I get hired to photograph a big conference, for example, for IHG, the hotel group.
Right.
Where I provide 10, 12, 14 photographers and 5 assistants and a couple of people working on the computer with downloading and delivering photos, and I'm merely running around trying to keep everything together and make sure each photographer is where they need to be and that everything's getting done and covered, and any last minute requests. Okay, we need a photographer right here. And I'm like, okay, let's send someone over there. And so I have a great team of photographers and assistant that I work with on a regular basis.
Wow, that's something we did not know about you.
Well, there.
You gotta add that to the magazine now. That would be a good one to do.
Yeah.
That would be a good one to do. Thank you for coming today and being on our show. I'm June Beland, Woman in Power. See you next time.